Thank you everybody for watching. I read a lot of the comments and see some people are struggling with different issues, and even young people that they're having problems in school. People in university have problems with their study habits. Other people have problems with self-discipline. Some people have problems with social interactions, relationships. Maybe they want a girlfriend, they want a boyfriend, and they can't seem to break out of the rut. And we've been having a lot of success with the life coaching. And I just wanted to extend the offer for anybody who's interested that the first session is only $5, and then it's really affordable after that. And it's my dream or my passion is to help other people. And so if money is a concern, and if you can't afford the $5, or if you can't afford afterwards, it's only $25 per session. If you can't afford it afterwards, shoot me an email and we can discuss and work something out, because it really pains me to see how some people are struggling with different life challenges, relationship things, and they think, oh, I don't need a life coach, or I don't need anyone to help or give me guidance. I can do this myself. And I think it's something that we all need in order to keep us on our path, on the right direction, hold us accountable, inspire us, lay out a plan for in the direction of our dreams and what we hope to accomplish, and to see a difference that we become a better person, in 3 months, 6 months, a year to now. Someone giving you a coach, being a coach, can give you that spark that you need in order to move on to the next phase in your life, or the next step, and move the life in the direction that you want. It's really been a positive experience for people who I've spoken with, for both of us, for me as well as them. Just, yes, shoot me an email via YouTube and we'll work something out. And I just love to see people, even people that are not struggling and having problems, just having someone to talk to and getting to that next step, and whether it's making more money in your job, becoming better at your art, your craft, or whatever you want to do. It really helps to keep you focused. Okay, today's topic is how flossing your teeth can change your life. I know, it seems absurd. How can the simple act of flossing one's teeth change a life, or your life? And it's phenomenal when we look at our lives and look how we got here today, to the path we're on, to the job, to the relationship, to our physical body, our health, our weight, our status in society, whatever you want to call it. All these things, we've gotten to where we are today simply by one word: habits. Habits are so powerful that they decide your destiny. And oftentimes we personalize and beat ourselves up because we're not at the place that we want to be in our life. In whatever area, whether it's financial, social, relationships, love, romance, all these things, we're not where we think we should be. And we personalize it, and we say, oh, I'm a bad person. Why can't I do this? Why, whenever I make a goal, I can't seem to accomplish it? And why can't I be more successful at the things that I want to do in life? And one simple word: it's our habits. And our habits are set the stage, or like the steps to where we will go in the future. And then we could look back at our past habits, the steps, and we could see where we've been. And habits are a funny thing. They are so hard to initiate, but once we initiate them, they cruise on autopilot, and you don't have to use so much willpower, force, and struggle, and fail and succeed and go through all these motions once you put your habits on autopilot. Now, how do we get our habits to that point where we don't have to think about it and don't have to stress about it? Start with flossing your teeth. It's amazing the ripple effect a small, seemingly insignificant habit like flossing your teeth can have. But think of self-discipline like a muscle. And what most people do is they want to improve their self-discipline, and they'll start with activities or exercises or disciplines that are way beyond their ability. It's like going to the gym. If I go to the gym the first day and I try to bench, 500 pounds, I just can't do it. And then I feel self-defeated. I beat myself up, and I never go back to the gym again. And that's how it is with habits, especially when it comes to New Year's resolutions. We set these overreaching goals. I'm going to lose 30 pounds. I'm going to go to the gym, 5 days a week. I'm going to start reading every day. I'm going to quit my job and get a much better job, so on and so forth. We have all these things, and what the monkey mind does, it rebels. It says, no way, you're not going to succeed, and it tries to protect you from failure by not even starting. You can't do that. You'll never succeed at that. Why do you think you'll be successful? And you defeat yourself before you even start. So the simple act, and if you do floss your teeth, you could transfer this to another habit. It doesn't have to be flossing the teeth. The simple act of flossing your teeth gets the ball rolling to work out and improve the muscle of self-discipline. Excuse the rain. And you keep it small, you keep it simple, and some people, even the act of flossing their teeth every night is too much. So what you do, there's a great book called, I'm forgetting the name of it right now, but it talks about improving yourself little by little. And so he talks about in the book, floss just one tooth. If you can't floss, all your teeth, that's too much for you. Start with one tooth. Then the next week, floss with 2 teeth. And slowly, you'll slowly start increasing that self-discipline muscle. But what do? We are very impatient with ourselves. And we want immediate, instant gratification. We want immediate success. And if we don't get it, then we stop. I was reading someone posted on a website. They got so frustrated with themselves. I was on Reddit, and they got so frustrated with themselves, and let me just see if this will help. Maybe you can hear me a little bit better. That they were a student, and there were many things that they weren't doing. I guess they weren't eating healthy. They weren't studying. They were being very lazy, watching TV, playing video games, drinking, or whatever. All the typical vices that prevent us from moving in the direction that we want to move. And so he said, I've had it. I'm fed up. Starting tomorrow, I'm going to go to the gym every day. I'm going to study for at least 3 hours, and I'm going to approach girls that I want to ask out on a date. It wasn't exactly like this, but along those lines. And he said, starting tomorrow, I'm going to do all that. It's going to be a new me. And someone very wise wrote to him and said, stop having a hissy fit. Stop being a drama queen and exploding and making things reacting emotionally to your lack of self-discipline. Instead, be patient, set small little goals, and grow slowly. You look at trees, you look at flowers and plants, and most things, you look at humans, babies, most things in life, look at the Grand Canyon, are created slowly, consistently over time. But we want new habits and change right away, and what ends up happening? We just smash, it's like smashing our head against the wall. We fall on our faces, and then we end up giving up only to return back to our old habits. That's why even if your goal is not to have nice, shiny, healthy teeth, if that's not your goal, the simple act of flossing your teeth is like going to the gym and lifting, curling, 10 pounds, 5 pounds. And once you start strengthening your muscle, the other exercises, you can increase the weight, and the other exercises become easier. And so, if you do floss your teeth, find something else. Find your own little acts of self-discipline. That's what we're looking for, is small little victories. We're not looking to win the war. We're looking for small victories. So, what are some of the things? When I'm doing coaching, and if someone has an issue with, let's say, food, I'll get them just to eat one piece of fruit a day. When I first started coaching, I would try to, we'd work out a plan, and we say, okay, starting next week, you're going to not eat any more junk food, you're not going to go to McDonald's and not all this stuff, and set the goal way too high, and then they would just surely end up failing. But now I found the magic of this in the speed of going slow. Slow, steady, consistent wins the race. Think of the tortoise versus the hare or the rabbit. The turtle versus the rabbit. The turtle wins the race. And when we're building new habits, we want to be turtle-like. So, some other examples. If eating too much food is one of your challenges, the simple act of drinking a glass of water before you eat fills your stomach, and you maybe will eat a little bit less. And some other things. Exercise. If you struggle with exercise, going out for a 5-minute walk, 3 times per week. And then if you want to go on and continue it to 15, 20-minute walk, that's fine. And what you're looking for, again, is you to build confidence in your ability to keep your word. Keeping your word is so fundamental that nothing is more important than keeping your word. So that's why it's important when you set these goals or these little habits that you set it up so you can be successful. If studying and you're a university student and you struggle with studying, set a timer. Say, I'm going to study for 15 minutes. What do we normally do? We say, oh, I got to study. I have a big test or I have a big report due. Okay, I'll study. I'm going to study for like 3-4 hours. I'm going to cram before. It's amazing how much you can accomplish in 15-minute chunks. So set up 15 minutes, and then your mind will not resist that because it knows after the 15 minutes, it can stop. And making a full circle, coming back to flossing your teeth. Remember, it's not about the floss. It's not about the act of flossing your teeth. It's about the act of building and strengthening your muscles, your muscle of habit, your muscle of self-discipline, and the muscle of willpower. It's amazing the power small, consistent acts can have. I was reading a book by Dale Carnegie, and he talks about this massive tree that survived like tornadoes, storms, all kinds of crazy weather like I'm having now. And this tree stood strong. Nothing could take this tree down. And then it got infested or invaded by beetles, these small little beetles. And over time, these beetles were able to take down this humongous tree. And that's the power of small, cumulative acts can have on our lives. All right. Thanks for listening. As always, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Shoot me an email via YouTube. And until next time, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.